taking a look at PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some of the characters, do a little bit of a deep dive here, and tell you the ins and outs of their particular playstyle. So we're going to start with Sir Daniel, who's fighting a bunch of dudes here on Black Rock Stadium, which is a mashup of Twisted Metal and Jak and Daxter. So Sir Daniel is a slow-moving melee character. He actually has some of the slowest movement speed of any of the characters in the game. But to offset that deficiency, we gave him a unique property on his shield, which you see him using currently. When Sir Daniel has his shield out, it's a special move. If you perform Circle, he'll pull his shield out. He's actually immune to projectiles, which is super useful for him when he's closing the distance. He'll be protected from projectiles. He's also got a cool charge attack, which is performed when he's not running into Ratchet and Clank's level 1 by pressing forward and triangle. And while he has his shield out, forward and triangle actually has a bit of armor on it. So it's another super useful move that he can use to close the distance on opponents. It travels really far. And like I said, he's protected from all attacks with a bit of armor for the entire duration of that. So super useful, Sir Daniel's shield and closing distance. Now, once Sir Daniel does get up close, he uses a lot of wide swinging, sort of arcing sword attacks there. You'll see something really interesting about Sir Daniel's sword attacks is that they can hit simultaneously in front and behind. So you'll see a lot of Sir Dans try to get in close, unload a lot of those wide swinging arced sword-based attacks. Here we go. You see Sir Dan has his level 3 super. This also plays into his close range sort of area of effect style. He creates this area around him, and if any of his opponents are unlucky enough to get caught in there, they die. So he's going to try to get some multiple kills here. Oh, almost. So close. Black Rock, one of our largest stages, so it's really hard to go corner to corner. Oh, there's Spike fighting for some attention here, performing his level 3 super. So, Sir Daniel has a couple of projectiles that help him while he's fighting. He's got his bone arrow, which you've seen him use a couple of times. It's a really good attack when opponents are above Sir Daniel. He can also eject opponents upwards sometimes, or launch them upwards, and then use the arrow as sort of a pressure attack once opponents are up in the air. He's also got his turkey leg, which you saw him use there. He has a couple of slow-moving projectiles, which are really useful, because he can sort of throw them out and then move in behind them. And then, of course, he's got his axe on neutral triangle, which, again, is another slow-moving projectile that he's able to run behind. And then, of course, you saw Sir Daniel take his head off there a couple of times. It's a sort of ground-based projectile. And when it catches an opponent, it temporarily stuns them. Again, allows Sir Daniel to run in and follow up. He's got a very methodical playstyle where he has to sort of set a lot of his attacks up. But once he's in the wheelhouse and sort of in his sweet spot, he can be a super effective character. Not in that match particularly, but that's a little bit of Sir Dan's playstyle. Hey guys, this is Omar Kendall. Again, taking a look at PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Gonna show you some characters, talk a little bit about how they play and their keys to success. Gonna talk about Raiden, of course from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, fighting on Columbia, which is a level mashup of BioShock Infinite, of course, and Twisted Metal. So Raiden, one of our combo-heavy, short-range melee characters. Raiden actually has a special distinction in our game of probably having the most combo sequences and combo chains of any character in the game. In Metal Gear Rising, Raiden has 2 attack buttons, sort of a quick attack and a strong attack on his square and his triangle. So we were very eager to replicate that in PlayStation All-Stars. So on his square, you'll have a lot of hand-based combo starters. On triangle, you'll have a lot of combo finishers and also just heavy attacks. Raiden uses his hands usually for quick attacks and his feet for slow attacks. So that's something to look out for when Raiden is performing his many combos. is him transitioning between his hands and his feet. It's also got a couple of functional sort of helpers, if you will, on the circle button. He's got a counter on neutral circle, which is, of course, super important. He's got his quick dash there. He's also on forward circle. He's also got a teleport sort of attack on down circle, which is, of course, is super valuable and is a bit of a combo starter. There he goes with his down circle. A real combo-centric, point-blank melee range-centric character that once he starts attacking you, can really go on for a while. And there's a lot of creativity there in his combos. And he's very devastating up close. I think a lot of players will be surprised at just how relentless Raiden players will be in their offense. But if they are able to work their offense and fire those combos off, as we see already, it can be devastatingly effective. So here is Raiden going for his level 3 super. Everyone runs and hides in boxes. Now there's some interesting gameplay here. All boxes are not filled with enemies. Some boxes are just decoys, and you'll see a bit of watermelon knock Raiden in the head. Watermelon, a recurring element in the new Metal Gear Rising. So we were keen on featuring that. Whoa! There again, Dante fighting for some attention there. Fired off a really successful level 2 super.
This will work.
So yeah, there we see Raiden again using his feet. There you can tell that those were strong based, slower, but able to generate a little more AP. Continuing his attack pattern. Oh, there's a cool down circle sort of throw. Again, a move taken directly from Metal Gear Rising. So already you can see Raiden sort of corralling all of his opponents to the corner and working his deadly combo magic. Oh, fantastic setup for his level 1 super there. Very smart play. I've mentioned this before, but in PlayStation All-Stars, the items definitely complement the gameplay and complement a character's playstyle. And there we saw a really good example of Raiden setting up his level 1 super, which takes a little bit to get started with an item, and then following up immediately with that level 1 super and getting himself 2 kills. So there you go. There's Raiden, managing to eke out quite a bit of a victory there. And that's his playstyle. Thanks very much. Hey guys, this is Omar Kendall, giving you a look at PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Going to talk a little bit about character playstyles and sort of their keys to victory. Right now I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Evil Cole, who actually has a really unique playstyle. I think you guys have probably already seen the good version of Cole and his playstyle, kind of a jack of all trades, has almost very specific tools to solve specific problems. I think Evil Cole has a much more chaotic, aggressive playstyle that really forces his opponents, I think, to adapt to what Cole is doing. So most of that is centered around his range and his projectiles. His forward triangle, which is his grenade, really effective, covers a really intelligent space, and once it hits, has sort of these ricochet projectiles, ricochet explosions that can cause a lot of problems. So forward triangle for Evil Cole, definitely a super important move. His other really super important move is the one you see him performing there, the forward circle, which is sort of the Superman fly. Again, covers a lot of distance. Has a bit of a startup on it, but once it gets going, can really punish opponents who aren't paying too much attention to where he is. And yeah, there we go. We can see Evil Cole already holding court and really forcing his opponents to respond. He's got a lot of the other... Oh, there's Toro getting a couple of kills. He's also got, I think, those other very typical Cole abilities that you would expect. He is good up close. Of course, Cole does have some melee functionality. Evil Cole's is not quite as strong as good Cole's. His combos are a little more close-ended. He does have a really super useful move there that you just saw him charge up, which is his neutral circle attack. His neutral circle attack, when fully charged, generates this really devastating armor sort of dashing punch. And when that's charged up, it's really hard for opponents to deal with. He can actually set up his level 1 super with that charged punch. But it looks like he is not interested in level 1s. He's interested in level 3s. And there we see Evil Cole consumed by the beast. Now he is supercharged, flying all over the place. He's got tons of projectiles, a massive range with this particular super. He's able to generate an enormous amount of kills. I don't think that was quite the full potential of that super, but you get the idea. It's a really devastating super where he gains a ton of mobility. He's able to affect his opponent's mobility. And of course, he's got these great long-range projectiles that he can rack up quite a few kills. I think that's going to be a really popular super for Evil Coles. I think you'll see a lot of them basing their strategy around level 3 supers. Let's see if Cole will perform any of his other supers here. Like I said, he's got a pretty good level 1 and a really devastating level 2 super, actually. But I don't think he'll have enough time to perform his level 2 super. There's the Loco Roco causing chaos for our Metal Gear. That's unfortunate. Wow, there was a really quick level 1 super by Evil Cole there. Very effective. Got about 10 seconds here. And then, yeah, we see pretty much Evil Cole going about the business of being evil and using those projectiles to really ruin his opponent's day. And looks like he took that one easily. Thanks, guys. Hey, guys. Omar Kendall here, talking about PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale, showing off some of the characters' playstyles. I'm going to be talking about Nariko now, who is my absolute favorite character in the game to play currently. Can't wait for you guys to get your hands on her. I know in the current beta she is not selectable, and I know you guys are having a lot of fun with that, but I think Nariko capturing a lot of my personal attention. She's fighting here on San Francisco, which is a mashup level of Resistance and Ratchet & Clank. So, Nariko actually has a really interesting playstyle. I think a lot of people would assume that she would just be like a female Kratos with a really exceptional sort of almost mid-range combo-based attack. She's really not. She's got quite a varied level of functionality. One of the first things that we gave her was this sort of cancel system, and you see Nariko using that now, where when she starts a combo, there are windows in the combo where she can actually cancel into a bunch of different options. She can continue her combo attack, she can jump, she can throw, she can roll, she can do a bunch of different things, but nothing is sort of guaranteed. So she kind of has to risk her opponent's knowledge of what her options are and sort of the punishments for some of her options versus the reward and what she thinks she can get out of that situation. Sometimes it works out for her really well, and she can generate a bunch of AP, she can continue a really long combo, and Nariko's got super duper long combos. And sometimes it doesn't work out for her. Right there you saw she left herself open for a super based on one of her strings. But she's got a ton of functionality as well. She's got her circle button is full of just some cool gadgets. There you saw she's got this long range stun. She's got a couple of projectiles that she can control. So there you see a good mid-range projectile there that she can actually control the trajectory on. She's also got a hat/shield that she can throw, that she can control the trajectory. But I think right now what she wants to do is cause some chaos with her level 3 super. So of course, Nariko transforms into the goddess, one of her most powerful states from the original Heavenly Sword. She's really got some devastating range with her level 3 super. I think probably the greatest range of any sort of non-projectile based level 3 super in the game. Some of the attacks out of her level 3 are slow, as you noticed, and so they take up a lot of time. So she sacrifices a bit of time for that enhanced mobility. And now you'll see her go to work again with her myriad of combos, from which she generates, like I said, quite a bit of AP in a bit of a gamble. There you see one of my favorite combo enders there. She's got kind of a throw attack that allows her to really set up strong square combo finishers on her combos, so you'll see her go for that a lot. And yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. Nariko has a parry counter. There are a few characters who actually take advantage of a parry counter. It's a really devastating attack. Oh, there's Nariko's level 2. She mounts a cannon, probably one of the most unique level 2s in the game. She jumps on a cannon and can actually shoot cannonballs across the entire level. Actually requires a little bit of skill because you have to manually set the trajectory on each one of those cannonballs. But I think she did a really good job there, leveraging both a really smart level 3 and a level 2 super. Wow, yeah, destroyed the competition. And yeah, that's Nariko's playstyle. Thanks, guys.